If you're watching this video, then you were probably like me when I was 16 years old. You've been looking to try and figure out what your first set of wheels should be for your car. Now, you've probably visited Facebook pages and different websites and forums that are about 10 years old, and you're probably left with more questions than answers when you, well, did your research. A lot of times people just don't understand the concept of diameters, widths, offsets, colors, and all that sort of stuff, and when it comes down to buying your first set of wheels, a lot of that can be very confusing, even when you go down to bolt pattern. Now, this video is not gonna be for a lot of those experts out there that are building three-piece wheels and things like that. This is gonna be for you novice people out there that are looking to buy your first set of wheels. So I'm Alex from Fitment Industries, and we're gonna give you some tips on things that you should know before you pick up your first set of wheels. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna take into consideration when you're getting aftermarket wheels is what sort of tires you're gonna run. Now, we're not gonna get into the specifics of what kind of tires you should run, but the most important thing that you're gonna wanna remember is that if you're getting aftermarket wheels, you should probably get aftermarket tires. We get a lot of emails of people that are wanting to buy a set of wheels, but they wanna use their OEM tires that came with, well, their OEM wheels. So they end up running a 215, 55, 17, and they wonder why their wheels don't look as sporty on their, aftermarket wheels when they get them mounted, balanced, and installed. A lot of times when you're looking at aftermarket wheels, you want to go with some sportier style tires. Our usual recommendation is to stay right around a 40 aspect ratio. Now, if you're not familiar with how tires and the whole metric system works for them, you can pretty much assume it like this. The three numbers represent three different aspects of the tire. The first number is the width or traction path in millimeters of the tire, and that's what's really going to kind of touch the ground. The second number is your aspect ratio, so that is the distance and sidewall length, and it's an average ratio of your overall width for the traction path of the tire. So if you have a 225/40, 40% of 225 is going to be your sidewall height. And then obviously that last number is your wheel diameter. So if you have a 225/50, 17, that's going to be for a 17-inch diameter wheel. With sportier tires and things like that, a lot of times you're going to get that look that you're wanting for your first set of wheels, not only by just getting aftermarket wheels, but by getting pretty decent low pro tires. Usually a 40 aspect ratio will get the job done. And of course, we recommend that if you're looking to get aftermarket tires, that you try to stick around something that is a little bit better of a name than just your basic entry-level, cheapest possible tires you can buy. Tires are what connect you to the road. So if you're going cheap on the tires and you spend a lot of money on wheels, you're kind of missing the entire point of switching the whole thing out. Our recommendation is to keep both of those prices in mind and making sure that the look that you want is the look that you're gonna get. If you're looking to see what sort of tires fit on what size wheels, we have a gallery for that. You can check it out at fitmentindustries.com/gallery and enter in what tire specs and aspect ratio you're looking to go with and what other people are running. The second thing that you're gonna wanna know when you're buying wheels and tires for the first time is that offset is important, but fitment is importanter. The biggest thing that we see a lot of times when we get emails from people that are buying their first set of wheels is they've seen Stance Nation's Instagram and they're like, wow, this guy's running 19x10 -12 offset wheels and I want to run that same exact setup. How do I do that? And their budget is like $600 and they have no concept on doing fender modifications and they want it all to fit under the stock body, and then it's not a fun conversation. When you're buying your first wheels and tires, our recommendation is to try and just keep things relatively pretty fundamental. You're gonna wanna make sure that you understand the basics of wheels and tires. Fitment is gonna be a lot more important by just getting the right size and width and offset down and not really having to deal with a lot of the, intricacies of going with multi-piece wheels or going with over fenders or a wide body kit and then fitting aftermarket wheels on that. Once you start diving into the more difficult things about aftermarket wheels and tires, you have to take a lot of things into consideration, like stretching your tires, offset spacers, whether you're doing full multi-piece or monoblock forged, what sort of wheels and companies offer those wheels, and everything in between. In general, our recommendation is to, use something that has guaranteed fitment. You're gonna be better off using an 18 by, why are you talking so loud? I heard you from here. You're so full of shit. I can see the poop coming out of your mouth. Our recommendation is to start with wheels and tires that have just a good guaranteed recommended fitment, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to run 19x11 0 offset and be one of the cool guys on Instagram, but you will have a clean setup that works and functions, and you won't have to worry about major modifications like metal trimming and fender liner clearances and rolling and rubbing and everything in between, and you'll actually be able to make it more than 50 miles without something debeating. You might be wondering what the sales plug is. Well, if you're looking to see what guarantees to fit your car, you're talking to the right people. Fitmentindustries.com. We have all of that information. That's the last time I'm going to say that, but you should figure out by now that we're kind of trying to help you if you're looking to get your first set of wheels and tires. The third thing that you're gonna wanna take into consideration is brand preference. Now, if you go out there right now, there's a ton of brand preference on wheels, especially when you get into the moderate to experienced wheel community. There's a lot of people that follow wheel companies like it's a sport, and they wanna make sure that everybody knows about how great these wheel companies are. When you're buying your first set of wheels, you're not gonna be super experienced in understanding the history of a lot of these wheel companies. And for that very reason, a lot of times new people can pick up wheels that may not be the best, strongest, or the best applicable option for their car. The basic thing that you're gonna wanna understand is that while you're gonna wanna focus on brand preference, it really comes down to what you want. There are a lot of options out there, whether you're looking at something that's more aesthetically pleasing versus something that's lightweight, or if you're looking for something that's gonna have a lot of different color options versus maybe just your standard black wheel. The biggest thing that you're gonna wanna take into consideration with just doing wheels is also your tires. Now, we touched on that before and I wanna touch on that again, but make sure that when you're buying these wheels, if you're buying them for $1,000, that you're also including the fact that you're gonna have to put some tires on them bad boys too, and you're gonna wanna make sure that they're not, no-name tires. Same thing with your wheels. Now, if you're looking to try and stay on a budget, that does not mean that you have to get crummy wheels. There's a lot of wheel brands out there that have a ton of different options for almost every single popular vehicle that most newbies are looking to buy. I mean, Subarus, Mitsubishis, Hondas, everything like that. There's gonna be a lot of wheel companies out there that supply to that specific market. If you're looking to keep something under $1,000, we have a video that talks about that, but at the same time, just off the top of our head, Koenig are gonna be a great option whether you're looking at some Flowform options. Automotive has some great wheels that have a bunch of different styling. You also have Cosmos Racing, which is a great sport compact wheel. ESR's Rotary Forge line is doing great. And there's a bunch of other ones like 3SDM if you're looking for more of a Euro styling wheel. It's gonna get you what you want without necessarily breaking the bank. And the same can be said for tires. The fourth thing that you're gonna wanna remember or just learn about is understanding the basics of what a wheel is and the specifications that make it fit on your car. There's a whole bunch of different things that are gonna help you figure that out. Now, if you're looking at just the diameter, that should be pretty simple. That's the diameter of your wheel. If you're looking at what a center line is, that would be if your wheel was essentially cut right down the middle. Your offset is gonna be the distance between the center line and your mounting hub surface of, well, where your wheel is actually going to mount up. Now, if you have a positive offset wheel, what's gonna happen is the mounting surface is gonna be pushed towards the front of the overall wheel. What that means is the rest of the wheel is going to push into the fender. A lot of times you'll see high offset wheels on things like Corvettes and, well, Lamborghini. Now, if you're looking for something that has a low offset or zero offset, you're gonna see that the mounting surface is gonna be pushed farther to the inside of the wheel. What happens is the rest of the wheel naturally is gonna be more concave and it's gonna push the rest of the wheel out towards the fender. Because of just the current trends right now, lower offset wheels have gotten extremely popular. And you're gonna see a lot of people wanting to run wider wheels with, well, as low as an offset as possible. But just remember that offset is kind of a funky number. When you go down closer to zero, that's gonna push the wheel farther out. Of course, when you're looking at different offsets, there are wheels that will sometimes have brake clearance issues with, aftermarket wheels or big brake kits that are on a lot of different vehicles. And when you're looking to get something maybe a little bit more moderate to aggressive, that's completely fine. There are fitment ranges for pretty much every single vehicle. Most are around 35 to 50. So if you're looking to kind of push it as close as you can to make a concave wheel for your first set of wheels, stick to that 35mm offset and you should be ready to roll. But if you start going down further than that and risking it for the biscuit and you want to try and get more aggressive, just know that you might run into problems. And if you're buying your first set of wheels, our recommendation is to reference tip number 2 again and just play it safe and make sure you're going with something that's guaranteed to fit. And the fifth and most important thing that you're going to want to remember when you're buying your first set of wheels is probably the simplest one of all. Just don't guess. I get it. I remember being 16 and you want to go and you want to pick up some wheels, so you go onto the internet, you do all your research, you try and figure out what fits, you see somebody that you have no idea who it is, put down their specs, and they kind of sort of guess what offset is, even though offset and backspacing aren't the same thing. And so you go out there and you find the wheels in that exact spec, so then you get them ordered, but then you realize that you didn't get tires for them. So then you start to put the tires from your OEM wheels onto your aftermarket wheels. So then you get them mounted, then you got to get them balanced. Then you figure out, oh gosh, I forgot to get conical seats because these new wheels don't fit my actual, OEM wheels. They're not the same thing. So then you got to go get different wheel lugs or different wheel bolts. And then you're figuring it out at Advanced Auto Parts and you can't just decide what's going on. So then you go back to the shop to get everything installed and you forgot that you had to get TPMS because, well, you have cars newer than 2008. So then you forget to get TPMS. So then you have to get TPMS installed before you get the tires put on. So then you get the tires put on and then you go to put them on your car. And then you go over to actually look at your car and you're super excited because you spent all this time, you spent weeks and weeks and weeks getting this all stuff figured out and they don't fit because they hit the strut. That's what happens when you guess. And that happens to a lot of people. And we see it in a lot of emails. I see it on forums all the time. I remember even guessing when I bought my first set of wheels and it sucked, especially when you got it wrong. Just don't guess. There are people out there like us that this is what we do. And we want to make sure that you guys buy the right set of of wheels the first time, because it doesn't make anybody's life easier when you have to get stuff returned or when you just make the wrong purchase. Our recommendation is that if you're looking to pick up a set of wheels and this is your first time, to shoot us an email, shoot us a message, or just talk to us over at wheels@fitmentindustries.com. Otherwise, just use our website. You enter in your year, make, and model, and it's going to tell you exactly what fits your car. Is that a little bit of a sales plug? Absolutely, guys. I won't even lie about it. But the fact of the matter is we see so many people that mess up buying their first set of wheels that we had to make a video like this to hope that you guys can understand that there's a lot more that goes into it than just picking up a set of wheels, especially if you want to get it right the first time. So we hope you guys enjoyed. This is again for our guys that are buying their first set of wheels. This isn't for the experts out there. We just wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks for buying your first set of wheels. So we hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, I'm Alex from Fitment Industries, and we'll see you later. Peace.